Alright, and welcome to another figure review. Today we'll be doing the Marvel Spider-Man video game Advanced Suit Spider-Man. This figure is awesome. I love the game, I love the figure. If you watched my Scarlet Spider suit review, then yeah, you'll know how much I like this game. It is an excellent game. I highly recommend it, and they did an outstanding job on this figure, so enjoy. Alright, so we'll start off the review with the box. Hot Toys always does like this amazing art on the box, and they do a pretty good job at it too. Yeah, so we've got a Spidey picture up here that kind of extends from the flap there. I always like the magnetic style flaps, a little click and you know it's closed. They used to do a Velcro, but now they started doing the magnets, and it's just so much better. The Velcro, the sticky part will come off. Anyway, so you've got Spidey on the top there, Marvel Spider-Man. On the side, as I showed you before, it's a continuation of the first front picture. And on the back, you've got the creators and etc. etc. Nice little line with the Spider logo there. Marvel Spider-Man at the top and the bottom. Yeah, it's very similar to the Scarlet Spider suit, but obviously it's just the advanced suit. Alright, let's play my favorite game for collectibles. What's in the box? Alright, as you can see, like the Scarlet Spider, if you watched it, you should go check it out anyway if you haven't. This is another backdrop. I don't use them purely because they don't fit in my cabinet, but they are a nice addition. I hope that I get a cabinet big enough for it. Nice little sky view, slightly tilted. Looks good, looks nice. It looks like it's taken exactly right out of the game, which is pretty cool. Got the sun there shining through, gives it a nice little orange look through the whole thing. Then we've got this little bit here, which is a spider sense. In the game, when a character is about to hit you, that'll pop up around your head, and you know to press the dodge button, which is pretty cool. And then you've got this bit here around just behind it is I think it's a sticker of just like a web pattern. I think it'll look really cool if you take the sticker, put it on something, and then put this web cone in the middle of it. Just make it give it that little extra like massive web kind of look. Of course you've got the base, nice base, resembling the costume no doubt. Another flexible wire holder, I guess, for the dynamic poses of course. And you've got the clamp, waist clamp to hold him, with the foam on the inside and the back part here. The webbing, similar to the Scarlet Spider webbing. The only difference is we don't have the clump webbing. When he's holding it, it's got like a whole bunch of different webs through there. The L shape, the webs that look like he's just spun it. The cone shape web, and then the two long strands. Then we've got the hands. We've got two sticky hands where he's crawling on a wall or putting his hand down on the floor or something. Two THWIPing hands for his webs. A hand that holds the phone, or maybe the little figure here, the little plush doll. Then one that holds the grenades, like so. Then a peace sign for like the selfies that you can take with just random people on the street, which is pretty cool, I won't lie. Web holding hand for holding the multiple webs here. Fisted hands, and then just like at the ready kind of hands where you can have him just posed there, or you know, in the air like holding nothing kind of thing or whatever. You've got different eyes, which is pretty cool. You've got open eyes, slightly open eyes, and then squinting eyes, which is really cool. Suppose if you wanted to have like the peace symbol up with one of the squinty eyes to make him look like he's winking, like so, will look pretty cool. Or you can have him just full on squinting, you know, like what are you up to kind of thing, which would be pretty cool too. But yeah, I just have the standard bigger eyes just to have some sort of, I don't know, I just prefer the big eyes to the rest. Then you got the Spidey bot, no, the spider drone, that's it, yeah. Really nicely painted, it's got like a metallic look to the top of it, got the little eyes there, it's even got like a little bottom bit. The little claws are movable, just on a swivel joint, no ball joints unfortunately, but really a nice addition to add to the collectible, or the accessories. We've got a little plush toy that made a small appearance in the game, which is I'm pretty sure Mary Jane had it in the game. You were cooking in her house, and I think this was on a couch or her coffee table or something. I love the fact that they put so many accessories from the game in this figure, which is awesome. Then we've got a little USB stick here. This is painted so amazingly. It's all just yellow. It's got a little bit of orange on it. Then it's got black and silver there. A little like USB port. In the game, you go through the city and you find collectibles, which is your old backpacks. Peter was in a rush. He needed to web up his backpack somewhere, and had to, you know, I guess leave them there. And you find little trinkets and Easter eggs in the backpacks. And this was one of them, which was to he called it a jammer. He jammed this. Oh, he jammed Vulture's wings with this USB thing. I think he just plugged it into his backpack or whatever, and it jammed his wings, so the wings wouldn't work, so Spidey had a bit of an edge to take him down. Then you've got his phone, just a standard iPhone looking thing, or smartphone, blank screen, shiny screen, and the rest of it's kind of matte. Then you've got these web bombs, which is a nice addition to add. Nicely painted, it's got a little bit of blues, blacks, silvers, and like a red. It almost looks like a pumpkin bomb, doesn't it? Anyway, you kind of throw that, and it would just burst and just web up any bad guys that are around in the area. Then you got like these little Spidey traces that he would just throw on characters or vehicles to find. The same kind of metallic paint on it that the spider drone has. The eyes of the spider symbol were meant to light up in the game, but in this, of course, it's a little too small. It's the size of a freaking battery, one of those small watch batteries, you know. Nicely painted. Get two of those guys. Then you have the trip mines. The trip mines are actually really useful in the game. What happens is you spray the web, it sticks to a surface, the floor, the roof, the wall, whatever. It'll have a laser point, and when a guy would walk past, it would spray a web and just web him to the wall. You have to worry about it. It's quick, it's quiet, and you know, it's a stealthy kind of weapon to use. Then you've got 3 assorted web shooters. You have the standard web shooters that you use. You can switch throughout the game whatever web shooters you want to use, which is pretty cool. And each web shooters have a different gimmick. I think one is missing. I'm not too sure which one it was, but the ones that we have here are on his wrist is standard webs, just like, you know, webs to swing around and whatever. Then you got these bad boys here, which are the concussive blast webbing. It kind of like shot a massive wind, I guess gust of wind that would just propel them backwards. You get 2 of those guys, and of course the webbing does fit in them, so I guess you could have like your own customization of the figure, which is pretty cool. Then you got these bad boys here too. These ones were the electric webs, so you'd shoot the guy with the web and it would shock them. Depending on the type of enemy you would shock, it would either render them unconscious or or just damage them a little bit. Alright, so here's the figure. Unfortunately, I'm not going to have a whole bunch of dynamic poses, purely because I don't want to wrinkle the suit. That's one of the downfalls about this figure, but I will tell you about the figure and the suit. It looks amazing, it feels amazing, it looks the closest thing you can to the game. There are a few minor nitpicks, but we'll go through that together. Alright, so from the bottom to the top, the feet look really nice. They have this small little lip of the boot. It does have it in the instructions that when you move it, it does come undone over there. I think they did that so that when you move it forward, it doesn't break. And I actually appreciate that. That's for practicality, it works well. The toes move really nicely. They have different textures from the suit on the boot. Just like the Scarlet Spider. Yeah, it looks really nice. I'm not gonna lie, it's almost perfection to the game. A few things are different, but like I said, perfection. You have all this nice detail through the costume and through the webbing, through the spider, through just the overall texture of the suit, from the red to the blue, and even the white. The white looks amazing. So the shoes look good. As you come up, it's mostly blue, and then you've got the red parts on the thighs. And it has a lined effect rather than... I think they tried something different in the game, where instead of a pattern, it was just lines throughout the whole thing. And it works well because they have this photo mode in the game, and when you use the photo mode, you can really see the different textures through the suit. And then you've got like a darker red outline of the red parts of the suit. As you get up to the belt's just kind of the same from the old school suits. It's just the belt all the way around. And then you've got the front here where the stomach area starts, or the abdomen. It's nice, it looks good, it's separated from the belt. That's different from the original suit. And then obviously the white spider, and it's kind of like done in segments. So you got a segment on the legs, you've got a segment on the belt, then you've got a segment in the stomach, and then it goes through to the back area here, and then through the arms, a segment there, and then down towards the hands. Then you got white through that, and where the segments are, it's separated by the blue, which looks really nice. The blue has its own texture to the red, and it is kind of like a... I don't really know how to describe it. It looks really nice. One thing that I have to tell you guys about the suit is when Hot Toys put up the prototype pictures of the figure, they got a lot of feedback or backlash from the customers, from the fans of the game as well as Spider-Man, that the body wasn't right. So the chest, the stomach, the shoulders were not right to game accuracy. And in that response, Hot Toys decided to put in extra muscle into the shoulders, the chest, and the stomach to make it look more game accurate. And I have to tip my hat off to that, because that is amazing. The fact that they did that for the fans, which is pretty awesome. Rather than using a standard Hot Toys muscular body, they decided to make their own. They didn't re-sculpt the body underneath the suit, they re-sculpted the suit itself. You can actually feel that there's almost like a padding to the suit, so it's soft. But anyway, we'll carry on with the suit. The spider is raised, and then it has this gloss look over it to make it shiny, which stands out from the rest of the suit. All the white parts are like that. Then you've got this like really small texture, or like grey dots almost. I can't really make out what it is. It almost looks like it is white carbon fiber. And I know in the game it does say that the white parts of the suit are armored or protected. So if you get shot around the suit or stabbed around the white parts of the suit, it does have a little extra armor, which is pretty cool. It makes sense why it's on the wrist and the hands, as you can see there, which look amazing. It's sculpted, it's got its own little pattern on it between the knuckles leading up towards the hand. And the web shooters look really nice. For the small detail it is, it looks pretty accurate. So it's kind of just like a watch little band that slips on the figure. You take the hand off, and then you can switch out the web shooters that you want. It even has a little red band where the webbing continues onto the band of the web shooters. The pegs that you get with him are white on his hands. So the flaws it has is, because it is a new suit, the material they used is thicker, and because of that I'm so worried that if I pose it in a dynamic pose, it will affect the wrinkles in the suit. With most of Hot Toys figures, with the suits and the latex that they use for it, the latex starts drying out and snapping. With the Alien figures or the Spider-Man suits or the Deadpool suits, they start getting damaged too, just from the moving around. I'm not entirely sure how to reverse it, but I don't want to try and risk it. There is something really cool about the figure, is that the arms have a ratchet. If you can hear that click, it has a ratchet kind of joint, so it really stays in the poses excellently. It doesn't get loose because of the ratchets, it just stays there. And then of course the head sculpt. The head sculpt is really nice. It is a little bit different to the game. The top bits here are more square rather than oval to the game. And then you've got the seam on the back of the neck. Because the head is sculpted and it's not the same material, it has that flaw, such as the boots with the little part on the back, as well as the eyes. It has that same dotted pattern as the white spider, but it's also glossed over, so it has a sort of shine to it to make it look a little bit more different to the rest of the white on the figure. This figure is painted well, it's sculpted well, it's weaved well, whatever the hell, sewed well. It's absolutely amazing. If you guys haven't got this guy, I highly recommend you get it. If you're a fan of the game, if you're a fan of Spider-Man, if you're a fan of the suit, I highly recommend getting it. Thank you for watching, and leave a like, leave a comment, whatever you guys want to do. Thank you very much.